Hurricane Earl wreaked havoc across the country. In the city as early as 9 this morning, a reconnaissance exercise took place assessing the damage across the old capital. As you make your way across the city, some streets remained inundated. Debris such as trees and fallen electrical cable wires, lampposts, and signs are scattered across the pavement. A preliminary assessment shows that the city was hard hit as Hurricane Earl made landfall a couple miles south of the old capital.
Reports are, and I've seen it myself, and the report confirms this, that the base of the city, for example, in and surrounding St. Ignatius School, those streets are inundated with water. We're talking at least about 2 inches of water. We're speaking about major structural damage in relation to houses along Yabra, Caesar Ridge Road. In the outer areas of Belize City, we're talking about roof damage, wall damage. We're talking about the yards being inundated with water. One of the things that we are pleased with is that the efforts in relation to cleaning of drains seem to have worked, because we were seeing tremendous amount of water pooling during the storm itself, but by 5 o'clock this morning, most of that has run off.
Personnel from DANA, the Damage Assessment and Needs Analysis Committee of NEMO, went around Belize City and established a preliminary report on the state of the city. We made our way across major hotspots on Southside Belize City, and the destruction was frightening. Back in 2010, the Yabra community was hardest hit by Hurricane Richard, a system with the same intensity. As debris and garbage are seen strewn across the Caesar Ridge thoroughfare, residents rummage through what is left of their homes. One yard with 4 houses was completely destroyed. Brindle Munning says the waters rose to their stomachs and some priceless things were lost in the storm.
Everyone took to their shelter and the house was abandoned, and this was the first house that came down. This one right here. This one. Yeah. When that came down, it crashed into another house. Break this one here, move this house from here. And a boat came from off the sea, washed in and washed away my friend's house there and the back here. Well, everything just happened in a split second, big man. This was an unbelievable storm. I never seen a storm do so much damage to the bay in all my life living around here. The Salang house blow down, young lady house blow down, and the back here rip up. Back here had some fishing gears, the gas washed away, and everything is in a disaster. As you can plainly see, the whole of the bay is ruined.
Over in the Jane Usher Boulevard area, a 59-year-old man says that he almost lost his life when his house collapsed atop him. He was rescued by the police and taken to the Carl Hushner Memorial Hospital. Sandy Hink says the winds were so phenomenal that his house came off its stilts.
So I stay inside of the house, nail up, and about around, let me see, about around 1 o'clock, 1 a.m., the roof went off. I was in the bed. And so what I did, I get nervous and I went under the bed. And when I went under the bed, I couldn't sleep. And I just see a light come on the roof, that part of the roof there. And all of a sudden, the roof went right over on the next side, flipped right over on the next side, right? Then I went under the bed after the roof flipped, right? Then what happened? The house started to vibrate. The whole wall collapsed on me while I was under the bed. It's a good thing I had my cellular phone, and I called for 911, and I called my sister, and my sister called Nemo. So the policemen, they take me out from under the bed and took me to the Carl Hushner Hospital.
Over 300 families live within the Holy Emmanuel Extension area, better known as the Gungulung. Illegal electrical wiring to power homes, as well as snakes and crocodiles within the swamp, are very real hazards that residents are faced with. Apart from several houses, entrepreneur Kirk Davis of F&V Fruit Shop says that his source of revenue was damaged by Hurricane Earl.
I never really expected for my shop to destroy, but these natural disasters does happen like this, and you always have to expect the unexpected, So right now it's just to try to rebuild my shop back and try to gather you know, my goods and my school bags and everything for my 6 children, because school will be opening in a very short time, in less than about 3 weeks' time.
Water and electrical supply to most, if not all, houses were cut off as a result of damaged power lines and lampposts.
Well, Councillor Willoughby is in communication with all the sister agencies that work with the government and the municipality, including the utility companies. One of the concerns, though, is that there are a significant amount of down power lines. I got a report that BL staff was out early this morning in terms of doing an assessment in relation to what needs to be done. I was told, I don't know this in terms of any confirmation, that certain transformers need to be replaced. Of course, those are equipment that needs to be either in storage or procured, so that we haven't gotten an ETA in relation to bringing on board electricity in Belize City. But the paramount concern always is safety. If you have down power lines, you don't want to turn on power in any particular area because you want to prevent against any fire or shock.
Dwayne Moody for News 5.